She's just in during the break here, Flick.
Wow, okay, massive turn out of the top. She's so connected for the second one. This is a beautiful looking wave, absolutely. Oh my goodness.
When we have a look at the GWM Aussie Treble, you will see that young guard holding it down at the top end of the ranks. Luana Silva, congratulations. The GWM Aussie Treble champion, Gabriel Medina right up there. Molly Picklum sitting in fourth. Lakey, of course, maintaining her position at the top. She had another good run through the contest here too.
She did. Lakey did. And Lakey came really close to getting the GWM Tank 300 too. So Lulu just took the keys out of both Gabby and Lakey's hands. And if you look at those top four names, they're really hard names to take down. So good on Lulu.
Let's wind the clock back and have a look at the consistency and the magic that Luana Silva's been threading together on her run through these three events.
Yeah, so it was at this exact moment last year when Luana Silva made the final against Isabella Nichols, and things started to click. She started to believe in herself. The confidence was there. The surfing started to build. And with each heat, she just got better and better. And this is the type of performance that she showed at Margaret River to go all the way to a second. So that was another final appearance. And then here on the Gold Coast, she just looks sensational from her first heat.
Yeah, Jessie, you can pick up on it. I mean, you've tracked her career so closely. The way she runs down to a heat now has you thinking, wow, she is just brimming with confidence.
It's insane to see how much she's grown. I spent a lot of the QS actually competing against her. So Lulu, she's always had this undeniable fire to come up and try and take down those really big names, even when we were Groms. So for her to transition that on the highest stage, take it to the women that we've looked up to our entire life on the best waves in the world, it's pretty impressive to see Lulu just grow into the incredible competitor and woman that she is today.
Yeah, super consistent. She's had 4 finals now, yet to break through for the victory. It must be starting to be a bit of a pain point for her, but she will get there. But consistency has her on the top of the ratings at the moment.
I think with the consistency that she's enjoying, the loss didn't sting her as much as it has in the past because she's in such a fantastic position. I mean, she's in a title race now.
Yeah.
So I think Leandro would be assuring her, it's like, hey, it will come if you keep competing this way and putting on the performances you are. So that was the least affected I've seen her. Obviously, winning a new GWM Tank 300 takes the pain out of the loss in the final. But, yeah, she's looking deadly. Really is surfing very well.
I'm loving it from Lulu. Honestly, I just feel like there's also a little bit of sass in her surfing and approach to her heat. And I think get sassy with it if that's what's going to get you to a win. And for her, just taking everything in her stride as well. You can see the maturity in her surfing. It's something that Lakey said over at Margs is her time will come. And yes, it's so annoying 4 finals now and not cracking that win. But I can guarantee you that there's probably going to be lots of wins in her future. So Lulu, she's coming so close and her time is definitely coming.
Let's talk about Gabriel Medina, one of the other multiple champions making a CT return, and he claimed the GWM Aussie Treble on the men's side with incredible consistency across the 3 events. Got stopped by a rampaging Felipe Toledo at this event, but still put up good numbers in that loss.
Yeah, he sure did. That was, well, it was one of the heats of the year so far, for sure. But Gabriel, again, he has been super consistent and strong through the opening 3 events of the season, and it sees him out on top. A couple of other of his Brazilian mates up there in the top 5, Sammy Pupo and Miggy Pupo, and good to see a couple of the Aussies in there, George and Ethan, with their wins respectively at Margaret's and here at the Goldie.
Let's look back on the magic, and he opened so strong down there at Bells Beach. The power, the speed and flow was on fire, and his boards look great too, Jess.
It was a similar story to Steph. You know, there was that question mark around of, okay, does he still have it? Is he still going to bring his A game? Of course he is. He's Gabe Medina. It just, everywhere he went, he just put fire and mongrel in his surfing, especially over at Margie's here. Honestly, I thought he was going to be untouchable over at Margs. GP really threw a spanner in the works, taking the win over there. And then to come here, this was one of the best heats I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. I mean, this heat between Gabby and Felipe Toledo was just magic, really.
Yeah, it was. I think, you know, Felipe Toledo went to a whole nother stratosphere in his performance, but Medina was still rock solid, Rich, and his timing and power Almost comparable to what we saw from Connor O'Leary.
Yeah, right there with Connor. And, well, it was actually a tip of the cap from Gabriel saying that he believes Connor's, the benchmark of backhand surfing. But Gabriel made a very impressive speech there. You can tell he's happy. You can tell he's super excited to be around it. He's still being inspired by all of his peers. And I've never seen him surf so much. He's one of those guys that generally or typically hasn't done a lot of surfing around the events. He's out there every day, first out, going through a bunch of boards. He's really tuned into the whole equipment thing, searching for an edge. Love to see it.
Yeah, he came and called that fourth quarter final with us too.
Oh, he's a unit. He's so big.
He is so ripped and ready to go. He looks super fit. And so many of the Championship Tour competitors do. I think he's returned with that fire after a huge break last year. Connor O'Leary after a win last year. Looks like he's really sharpened up physically too. That's paying off in a big way. Felipe Toledo, Ethan Ewing, they're all just looking like absolute thoroughbreds. And the race is on both tours. When we saw the GWM Aussie Treble rankings there, the story of these veterans and the new gen is playing out in the top 10. It is really shaping up to be one of the best races for a title I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, super exciting. The fact that we've gone back to the old system of accumulative points through the year and we'll get a showdown at Pipeline, it just makes me so excited. I'm stoked to see that. And super excited to see what happens at the next event at Raglan. We're going to go left.
Yeah, bring it on.